Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but life just keeps going wrong? You're working hard, you're being honest, you're trying to honor God, and yet, it feels like you're going backward. If that's you, then you need to hear the story of Joseph. Not the part with the colorful coat, but the part that often gets overlooked, his time in the darkness. Last time, we left Joseph sold into slavery by his own brothers, arriving in Egypt with nothing but the clothes on his back. But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. He's bought by Potiphar, the captain of Pharaoh's guard. You'd think this would be then a life of misery and obscurity. But the Bible tells us something incredible. The Lord was with Joseph. Imagine the scene. A young man, betrayed and alone in a foreign land. Yet, everything he touches prospers. He's not just surviving, he's thriving. He works with such diligence and integrity that Potiphar sees it. He notices this isn't just a lucky slave. There's something different about Joseph. Light seems to follow him. While others might cut corners or slack off when the boss isn't looking, Joseph works as if he's serving God himself. And because of that, Potiphar puts him in charge of his entire household. From the lowest of the low to the manager of a powerful official's estate. It's a comeback story. This teaches us our first powerful lesson: integrity matters, especially when no one is watching. Your character is who you are in the dark. Joseph wasn't working for Potiphar's approval. He was living for God's approval. That's a standard that doesn't change whether you're in a palace or a pit. And God honored that integrity. But just when things are looking up, the test gets harder. Joseph is handsome, capable, and now he catches the eye of Potiphar's wife. Day after day, she tries to seduce him. And day after day, Joseph refuses. He says, "How could I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Notice his response. He doesn't just say, "I can't betray my boss." He says, "I can't sin against God." His loyalty was first and foremost to his Creator. His integrity is absolute. But in our broken world, doing the right thing doesn't always lead to an immediate reward. One day, Potiphar's wife makes her most aggressive move, grabbing his cloak. Joseph flees, leaving the garment in her hand. And she uses it as false evidence. She twists the story, accuses him of attacking her, and when Potiphar comes home, he's filled with rage. Without a trial, without a chance to defend himself, Joseph is thrown into prison. From the pit to the palace, and now from the palace to the prison. Can you imagine the whiplash? The feeling of injustice. He did everything right. He resisted temptation. He was faithful. And his reward: chains. A cold, dark Egyptian dungeon. This is where many of us would break. We'd cry out, "God, where are you? I did what you asked, and this is what I get." It's a crisis of faith. And this brings us to our second profound lesson: being gifted and faithful does not make you exempt from suffering. Sometimes, your greatest tests will come not when you're messing up, but when you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. But even here, in the darkest place yet, the story repeats a familiar phrase: "But the Lord was with Joseph." Even in prison, He showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. Once again, Joseph's character shines through. He doesn't become bitter or resentful. He continues to serve. The prison warden sees the same divine favor Potiphar saw, and soon, Joseph is running the prison from the inside. Think about the character development happening here. God is forging a leader. He's teaching Joseph administration, management, and resilience under the most extreme pressure. This leads to our third lesson: God develops our character before He grants us power. He was preparing Joseph for something far greater than Potiphar's house. He was building the foundation of humility, integrity, and dependence on Him that would be necessary to handle the authority that was coming. If you feel like you're in a holding pattern right now, a prison of your own, ask yourself, what is God trying to build in me during this season? And then, something happens. Two of Pharaoh's own staff, the chief cupbearer and the chief baker, are thrown into the same prison. One night, They both have disturbing dreams and wake up distraught. And Joseph, even in his own suffering, notices theirs. He asks them, "Why do you look so sad today?" That's compassion. That's a leader. They tell him their dreams, and Joseph, giving full credit to God, interprets them. The baker, he says, will be executed in 3 days. The cupbearer will be restored to his position. And he makes one simple, human request to the cupbearer: "When all goes well with you, remember me and show me kindness, mention me to Pharaoh, and get me out of this house." And just as Joseph predicted, it happens. The baker is executed, and the cupbearer is restored. Joseph must have felt a surge of hope. Freedom was just around the corner. But the Bible tells us one of the most heartbreaking lines in the story: "Yet the chief cupbearer did not remember Joseph, but forgot him." Another door slammed shut. Another hope dashed. 2 more full years pass. 2 more years of staring at the same stone walls, the same iron bars. 2 more years of wondering if God had forgotten him, if his own dreams of the sun, moon, and stars bowing to him were just a cruel childhood fantasy. This is our final lesson for today. Your calling still works even when you're in confinement. In the prison, Joseph's gift of interpreting dreams, the very thing that got him into trouble with his brothers, became active again. It was the key that would eventually unlock the prison door. God hadn't forgotten the gift he gave Joseph. He was just waiting for the right moment to use it. Your gifts, your purpose, they don't expire just because you're in a difficult place. God is often just positioning you, getting all the pieces on the board for his perfect timing. Joseph's story in the prison is a masterclass in faith. It's about what you do when you're forgotten. It's about holding on to your integrity when it costs you everything. It's about believing God is with you, even when all the evidence points to the contrary. He was in a literal dungeon, but he was also in God's waiting room, being prepared for his ultimate destiny. And that destiny was about to come knocking. Because while Joseph was waiting in prison, Pharaoh, the most powerful man in the world, was about to have a very bad night's sleep. From the prison to the palace, God was not done with Joseph, and he's not done with you either. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe. Because in the next part, we're going to see how God can change everything in a single day. We'll see you in the next video.